What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today, I'm going to be discussing making Gil the easy way. Final Fantasy XI. Private server. This is an error realm. Server's called Horizon. And this is my way of making Gil as someone who just started out. I don't have any high-level characters. This is my highest level. And you can do this. I would say you could start doing this as soon as you have like 300 Gil. So I don't know, play for like an hour, then you can start doing this. But you're better off just leveling to level 10 on everything and then selling the rabbit meat. You'll get like a really just like, I don't know, 2 stacks of rabbit meat, probably like 6 stacks of crystals per level 10, which is going to give you tens of thousands of Gil. But once you are settled in, you have the easy Gils made. Now you can make the easier Gil. So let's go over that. If you go to Other, Misc, you go down to Infinity Core. As you can see, the price check add-on says this sells to the vendor for 1.3, 1,300. So we're going to bid. You can start at 9. If you don't get it for 9, you'll probably get it for 1,000. So right there, we spent 1,000 and we got a 35% return. So we're going to do that as many times as we can. Whoops. And we cleared it out. So we can do one more for 1,100 just to get a price check. So I'm not going to bid 1.2 because I don't really want the price to go up past 1,000. So you can see this Vidacchio and me are buying these from people who I guess are raiding, and I think this is a raid material. I've never obtained this myself except on the auction house. So that's where I like to start. It's the most consistent, and since we're here, we can go to Beast Made. Antikin Acid, as you can see, sell range is 700. So we're just going to bid up from 3, since I've been able to get it for 3 sometimes, 4 sometimes, and 5 is where I like to stop. So we don't get any of these today. Let's check the price history. It looks like it's going for more than about 100 more than it sells for, but you can see I bought one for 500 right here, and that was last night. So we'll just wait for that. Then we can go down, and these are your paycheck. That's what I like to call them. So you can almost always get all 4 of these for 100 each. But there's low stock today, so I might not be able to acquire them. So it's very rare that you can't get them all, but no problem. They sell to the vendor for 200 approximately, so you can get 100% more money. From just spending 400, you get 800. So that one is done. Then the other most consistent is you're going to go to food and ingredients. You're going to page down a few until you get to Kazam Pineapple, and then you go one more to Land Crab Meat. We look at the price history. You can get them for 200, and they sell for 280. So we'll bid 100 because some people are too lazy to hit the up button twice. We can even check for less than 200, which we get, but probably won't get for less than that. So we'll try 190 again, and then we're just at the 200 mark. So we can get another for 200, and each one of these you're getting about 30%, a little bit less than 30% return. So we got a few of those. Continuing in the food section, we have Kitron. And this has been a moneymaker for me in the past, but only if you can get it for 4K. So this guy got 2 for 4K. So this is a stack of 12. So don't buy the singles for 4K. And I've made that mistake before. We're unable to buy it for 3.9. We'll try 4 one time. So that one is off the menu for today. But continuing on, we're going to go to reishi mushrooms. And these, I like to bid 9, and then if I get it for 9, which we did, which is kind of crazy, I'll bid 8. Bid 9 again. We're just going to bid 9 as many times as we can. This doesn't typically happen. Usually you get it for 1,000 or just not at all. Okay. We're going to bid up to 1,000, but you can take this to 1,100, still make profit. But we got the majority of the stock here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of the 9 stock. The stock doesn't update until you close and then go back. So if we go back down to reishi, so you can see it's 3.5. And lastly, or not so lastly actually, but I think there's 1 or 2 more in here. Screaming fungus. As you can see, you can get sub 2,000 on this, and a stack sells for 2,400. So let's try to, we'll start at 15. Unlikely, but I like to work my way up from, so we get a 17 is pretty good. At 17, we are making for 700 every time we buy, so I'll take 700 gil, why not? Right at 18, so we got lucky with 117. What about a 19? And then we'll try the, oops, we'll try the rest at 2,000. And each one at 2,000 we get 400. So as you can see, having some gil helps. So you can start at 300 gil because you can buy land crab meat at 300 gil. And then you just take the land crab meat to the vendor 1 at a time, 3 times. And you're going to get enough to buy 2 land crab meat at a time. Then you buy 2 land crab meat. And then, you know, half the amount of times you go to the vendor each time. And then eventually you can just buy the, you know, a ton of stuff and take it all to the vendor at once. So you cut time on walking over to the vendor. There's one more item in this category. I can't remember. One thing you can always do is just bid 100 on any mushroom. Some people, they find like one mushroom, right? And they just don't want to hold on to it. So they take it here and they sell it for 100. But I'll talk about that, the buying one of things, later. This is more just like what I've been buying. So you can see here, I also buy this. This is Mushroom Locust. For 3K, every 3K, you get about 6, 7. So it's a pretty good one. They even sell individually for 300. So we could do a 100 bid on this. We didn't get it. No problem. So that's it for this, but I will touch on hair meat. Since we're here, hair meat typically sells for less than 300, but 3 times 12 is 36, and a stack sells for 39. So if you want to go that route, you could try to get cheap hair meat. 200 is the buy memory I have, so nobody's selling at that for now, which is fine. You're not always going to be able to bid on every single item in all the categories, so you need a wide selection of things to bid on. So we covered other and food. We're going to skip crystals, but you can do things there. And then this is the main tab. This is the materials tab, so we have many things to choose from here. We're going to skip alchemy too, because it's just like fun stuff. And there's very low stock of most of the things here. So I haven't gone full deep dive into this yet, but I will eventually. And the winners in this category are going to be Goldsmithing, Bonecraft, and Alchemy, with runner-ups being Clothcraft and Woodworking. Smithing, you almost always get nothing. So the things you're looking for here in smithing, since we'll just comprehensively take a look, is going to be igneous rock. And if you check the price history here, you can see that James is another buyer. I only know him through this. I don't like know him on a first name basis or anything, but this guy, I see it on a lot of the items I buy, he also buys. So if we can get it for 1,600, 1,700, you can see a stack goes for about 2,000. So we're not getting like the 400, 700 per buy. So if you don't get it, it's fine. But if you do get it, we'll try 1,500, try to squeeze out as much profit as we can per bid input so that you can maximize your gil per hour. We get it for the 17, so that's still pretty good. And now our inventory is full. So this is the best part. The closest vendor is this one. But if you don't have control over that region, which we don't this week, you're just going to go to either this vendor over here, the next one over, or since it's symmetrical, there are two vendors stalls on the other side that you can see over there, which are equidistant from the opposite auction stall. So you'll go and try those. Otherwise, you have plenty of other vendors in Sandoria. They'll just be further away. So this is something I bought before I started recording, but this one's pretty good. I think I can't remember exactly how much a stack costs, but yeah, you can see it sells for a lot. So make sure to double check your math. So this is a warning before you start doing this and exploring items past the ones I've showed you, because not all the price check data is correct. So when you are exploring outside of the realm of just these ones I've showed you so far and the ones you're going to see upcoming in this video, make sure to sort of test the waters, like buy one. Like if this wasn't land crab meat, but something you're like, oh, this looks like it's doing pretty good today, let's get that. Just buy one, take it to the vendor, and do this little thing where it tells you how much it costs before you sell it. And then just do your calculations to make sure that you're actually going to get a profit and that it lines up with the price check range and that your fame level is accounted for, right? So you can see the range on this is 174 to 178. I'm getting the maximum range. I don't think I'm max fame, but I'm pretty famous in this town, probably because I gave a lot of bat wings to that one guy to stave off the darkness. But yeah, so here we go. Let's turn our clicks into money. And don't accidentally sell your meat jerky because you need that for leveling. As you can see, we were at like 90 something. And now we're at like, yeah, we're gonna put, oops, we're gonna put that in there so I don't accidentally sell it. All right, now we're at 136. Now, at certain price points, there's going to be, you'll gain access to be able to buy stacks of more expensive, lucrative, profitable things. So, should be getting to that pretty soon. But since we were in smithing, looking at igneous rock, let's check it again. What was it, 17? Yeah. So we're going to try to get all of it, and we do, so we bought the last 2 stacks. Now there's one more thing. You want to go down to copper nickel ore. He sells for 2,400 a stack. Check this. You're not usually going to get the stack, but you can sometimes just get one for 100. So as you can see, we got one for 100. So that's sell that. We'll double that 100 to 200. Smithing is done. Goldsmithing, you're going to make a lot in goldsmithing. So if you're going to focus on one category, this will probably be one to definitely look at. You know, so it'll vary by server too. Some of the prices were adjusted on Horizon, but I don't think they were adjusted for most things. I think it was like magic scrolls and a few EX items or rare items. I think they're the rare ones, not the like ones you can't trade. So Ametrine, you're gonna sell for or buy for 1,000. If you can't, oh well. Aquamarine, you're gonna go 2,000. If you can't, no worries. We move on. Then you're gonna go to Chrysoberial. This one I know is stock from yesterday, so I won't be able to buy this. If you do have enough, you can buy for 30,000 a stack. But I'm pretty sure this one is unpurchasable for 30,000. Next, you're going to go to Eastern Gems. You can bid 300. Sometimes you'll get some. Looks like I'm getting a few. Oops. Let's see if we can get one more. 2 is fine. So that's about 200 each. Profit. Fluorite's another good one. There's none right now. The stack is, yeah, way too expensive. We're going to go past these. Jadeite. You're going to bid 2,000 on this. As you can see, I got one the other day. See if we can get another one. We happen to get another one. Good news for us. Awesome. Light opal, you can bid 100. If you want, you can bid 200. You'll only get 7 gil, but we can't even get it for that. This is another one you could stack and then sell for 7,000 if you want. But yeah, Moonstone. This one is also good. As you can see, I often get it for 2,000. None today. And stack-wise, yeah, almost no one sells stacks of this. So good luck. Mithril chains. This can be a huge profit for you. I've only been able to do this a few times. As you can see, about 11 days ago, I got 2 stacks for 2K, or 20K. 1 stack for 20K 2 days ago. I'm pretty sure this is old stock, but I'll just try 20K. And it sells for what's that, 21 or 21 and a half. So getting 1,000, 1,500 with 1 click is, you know, pretty good. Onyx is another one you could buy for 100. Pearl's a good one, pretty consistent. It's another one you want to bid 900 first. 800 is like nearly never, but 900, I would say 20% of the time, you're going to be able to get them for 900. Luckily today we are getting several. And then you go to 1,000. If you can't get it for 1,000, no worries. Check the stack price. Anything 14 and under is pretty good. So we're gonna bid. We'll try 13.7. Oh yeah, baby, let's go. What about just 13? Okay, all right. You know, the greed cost me my clicks. Okay, so we're not getting another 13,700. Let's try 13.9. Nice. Okay, now since we've tested it, we'll try 13.8. Okay, no 13.8. It's possible. We'll never know if that 13.9 was really a 13.8. And then the last ones, we could. Wait, we already did that. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, so this one is probably just 14. Or we just can't buy it. No worries. Made a lot there. So we're going to go past the R's. There's a lot of, like, Most of the rocks you can try to bid 100 on, but or sardonyx as well. Try to get them for 100. If you want, you can do the 200, sell a stack, but same with silver ore. This is another one. You know, you can just bid 1, 10, 100. If you don't get it, no worries. Sphere is a good one. Looks like we're going to be able to get some of these. You could try for 9. But 1k is usually what you're going to get them for. I doubt I get the last one. Yep. No worries, no worries. Spinella I've never received. Sunstone. Sunstone's good. This is another 2000 one. I think we can get 3. No, just 2. Okay. Sunstone, I think it's like 60, 50. Yeah, so we can't. Tiger's Eye, you're going to do 300, 400 for these. Okay, no worries. And then we're pretty much done, but there's one more. You could also do the 110, 100. As you can see, we got zinc for 1, which is incredible. Zycorn is the last of the big money makers, and you're going to bid 2k on that. So we cleaned it out. And I guess I'll show you Goldsmithing profits so that you could see just how amazing it is. And we'll go section by section. So you can see the ones for 2000 are typically going to sell. Well, we're not going to vendor that, but ones for 2000 sell for at least 300 or 400 more. The pearls I buy for 900 or 1000 are going to give me 200. Eastern gem for 300 gives about 200. This you just double the 100. And the igneous rocks, you're going to get, what was it? 1700. So divided by 12. Something like that. Anyway. And we watch, oops, we watch the money go up. All right. So I think we're at 39. Now we're at 40, 43. Pretty good. About 4,000 in total, or maybe more. I didn't check my math. And now we're going to jump past Clothcraft. We're going to skip leather, and we're just going to go to bone. And antline jaw, you want to check that there's a stack. If there's a stack, you just buy it. Okay. For 31k. This is one of the price breakpoints. If you get 31k, you kind of don't want to go below it, because if someone sells a stack for this and you can't buy it, you're going to miss out on, 1,000 or 2,000 gil for one click. So it's pretty good in that regard. Beetle jaws, also pretty good, but these are the buy and sell the stack types. The fangs here, if you can get for 300, pretty good. You can go 400. You don't make a lot for 400 vendoring them, but you could do a stack, and for the stacks you get a lot for that. So the really good thing here is going to be crab shells. As you can see, James loves crab shells just like I do. It's a little bit of 200 and then a 300, and we're just going to stay at 3. So we get 1. That's too bad. There's 30 stacks of crab shells. This is kind of insane. So these go for 4k, but since there's 30 stacks, I'll start at 35. And then we'll go 37. We'll go 38. And 39. And 3999. And then 4k. Can't get it for 4k. Somebody is power crafting. That's insane. It's been like this for like 2 days, but I think the price is going to come down. I don't expect somebody needs like 400 crab shells. So we'll jump past that. It's a shame we didn't get anything, but no big deal. You can always bid 100 on giant femurs. We'll go ahead. We'll try our luck. Unable. No worries. So now we have the H crab shells. The high quality crab shells. We'll bid 29. If not, 3K is totally acceptable. We buy one. Do we buy two? We don't. Then you're gonna go down to HQ squirp shells. Bid 29. We'll bid 3. We buy one for 3. Can we get 2? We can't. No worries. All right, let's keep going. Manticore Fang. This is another decent one. Yeah, James loves them. Sir Irontail loves them. So try to get him for 500. Stacks also can be pretty good. Oversized Fang. This, you're going to bid 100. And then you can bid all the way up to 300. Or 4 if you want. But I like to stop at 3. And this one is another price breakpoint. This is an earlier breakpoint. This is at 13. So if you see, I've bought them basically every day. You know, 1, 1, 2, 3. And like we could try this, but no one ever does. Wow. Okay. Wow. If that's the case, I'll do a full 100 under. Okay, no. I bet it's like it's 12,999. Yeah, it was 12,999. I assume. We'll know if this is the same seller on the thing. Yeah. Price point. So Ramrock, he likes to sell for 12,999. Good to know. But it's probably not worth saving the 1 gil. So we'll just buy them all. As many as we can. And we stop there. Ram horns. It's another one, sells for like 500. So if you can get them for 100 or less. Or, well, yeah, 100 or less would be best. This is also, you could buy the stack for 16. I've never been able to buy one. I've had enough. I've had 16 or 160,000, but I couldn't buy these 2 stacks. So whoever put them up for more than the previously sold. Scorp claws. If you can get it for 200, do it. As you can see, I got some a day or 2 ago. Sometimes you can get it for 100. No 200 this time. Scorp shells, you're probably not going to be able to get these. Yeah, people like those a lot for whatever reason. Probably because they're good. Titanicus shell. Oops. If you ever accidentally hit the sword thing, you could just sort it again. Titanicus shell, bid history. I got one for 400. And that was just because I was doing that sort of price check thing. I was seeing, is this really a 350? It was. This one you can do 1,000. And once you do this enough, you'll see I have a spread over like 2 days. If you ever forget what to bid, you could just check your your bid history. So we'll try 99. Oh yeah, let's go. We'll go just, okay, that's just a 99. I don't need it. All right, we got one for 99. This one you can go up to 1,200, but I just like to start here, but prices have been going up for these, so I haven't been able to get those recently. There's another one down here. I think it's, forget which one it is. It might be this one. No, I think that's actually in maybe Leathercraft or Alchemy. So we're gonna head down to Woodworking because it's pretty quick. You just go all the way to the bottom, go to the U lumber, and try to get it for 800. We can even start at 7. Some people are insane, myself included. If not, you can try to get it for a little bit less, as you can see. So then if we see a 950, we go up from the bottom. But it could have just been one for 950. Which it looks like it might have been. So then we go down 970. Then we just do 99. And now we know that if there is a cheaper one, it's probably for yeah, it's probably just a 99. Can't even get it for that. But up to 1,000, you can grab them. There's only 3 stacks. That's probably, the last stack's probably overpriced. Then we grow down to Alchemy. Ariman tiers, you can resell as stacks, but they go for 1,000 and they rarely resupply. Avatar Blood was a huge moneymaker for me, but somebody completely bought out the stock, and then now they're selling for 4,000, so price memory has changed. I was getting them for 3K. I still try every time, but wasn't able to get it. They sell for about 3.6. A lot of the bloods are good. As you can see, getting for, you know, a little bit less than 200. James will grab them for 200. So if we can get it for 100, if somebody just wanted to get it out of their inventory, 16, 9. Okay, nice. So not like the most money, but some money. Same with bird blood. I wouldn't go over 100 because it only sells for 150. So we're going down, 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 down. Did I miss something? Oh no, I didn't miss something. Next, I'm looking for dryad root. So we have a lot of stacks here. I think we have potential to make a lot of money. Unless they push the price up to 3K, which would be a shame. So we'll start at 2.5. I'll go to my typical buy, 2.7. Unable to do it. That's too bad. So we'll skip that for today. No problemo. Freya tier, if you can buy singletons for 5K or less. As you can see, it's like one or two sales every other day. So they're rare, but when they drop, they vendor for more than 5K. Giant Stinger, just bid 100. Can't get it. All good. Gold Leaf. Oh my god, I love Gold Leaf. You can't even see how my Gold Leafs, I bought so many the other day. But they sell very often. As you can see, if you get Gold Leaf for 1,000 or a stack for 14 or less, it's pretty good. Hecht Eyes, you can do singletons for 100, but it doesn't look like that's going to be happening. We'll attempt it. And then you're going to want to bid 16 on a stack. If you can't, no worries. Bleach Saliva, this one's been up for a long time, but yeah, bid 100 on it. Tails I don't dabble in too much, but you can do blood up to 300. So we got one, so that's like 100, but you can do tails. As you can see, it's a low resale price, but so price per purchase, or gil per action to buy, is just lower for that. Mithril Leaf, this is what I'm excited about. I knew about this coming in today, so check the price history here. We're going to try to get it for 8. Okay. We'll try to squeeze out as much as we can get here, but it looks like somebody pushed the price up. We'll try 8. Excuse me. Excuse me. Come on. 8. And we're gonna try 8, 9. And then we're gonna try 9. And we'll even try 9, 1. And we'll just leave it at that. We'll wait for it to calm down. These, if we can get them for less than 7, that would be sick. Oh my god. 500? There's probably only one at that price. No way. Okay, 100? Somebody just doesn't care. That's insane. There's 2 more. Let's see if we can get the last ones. Okay, we got them all. No, there's 1 more. Do I bid up to 800? Okay, so there's one that's more than 800. So these sell for a stack for 10k. But I don't want to participate in raising the price. This guy already set the precedent for lowering it. So I'll just leave it for that. I don't need, you know, like greed is good, but you want to think about your profits for next time too. I've never gotten to do platinum leaves, but I guess we could try. I don't even know the real price for these. But the app or add-on is saying 17. Guess we could try 17 just to get some price data. Nope. Oops. Oh, but the stack price looks maybe obtainable. Let's try 10k. So we could try 15k. 17? Alright. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. And we'll keep going. Silica, you can also do bid 100. No obtain. Silver leaf. If we can get it for 2,000. By 19. Okay. Very cool. So yeah, that's a good pickup. Should sell for 900 more than we got. Continuing on. Tramp bulbs, you can definitely buy these, resell and stack, make a profit. White sand, grab them for 100 if you see them. And that's it for Alchemy. Then we're going to go back up to Clothcraft, and I'll just touch on Clothcraft. Really, there's not much you can do here, but there are some things you can do, right? Like, if you see just like a ton of something, you know, you could do the bid 100, see what happens strat. But if you want sort of guaranteed money, the only money maker is insect wings, and it's it's not sexy, but we're just gonna try the 110 100. And if you can't get it for 100, give up. If you get it for 100, start at 50 and go up from 50. For regular wings, just bid 1. If you really are crazy, you could bid 10. But you know, you're gonna double your 10 to 20. So it's pretty early on you could do that, but eventually you're gonna be like, not worth my time. And then lastly here, we want to touch on Phoenix feathers. So these will vendor for 1,500. So try to get in under 15. I've not been able to do it too often, but you know, anytime you can bid under and then walk away, it sets the precedent that's like, it's not worth 15, right? And then people are like, oh my God, I gotta sell it all to me. So 15 times 12. Be sure to grab the calculator app from your machine so that you don't have to do math while recording. So that's 18. So 25 is more than 18, so we can't do the stack price for that. All right, lastly, Leathercraft. So a few here. You're gonna go to the skins, try to get them for 100. Should be able to get a few. If you can get them for less than 100, that's awesome. But if you can't, no worries. You could bid 2k for a stack. Check the price history. What's James getting him for? 2k? See, he knows. Try to get it for 2k. You can see me coming in here for 2k as well. Wasn't able to get. There's a few others you can bid on, but I find the margins to be not great. Manta skin is one of them that is worth it. So this, you're going to bid 700, and then if you can't get it for 700, you bid 800. 800 is usually good to go. So we got all three. Manta skin also at the 1200 price point. James knows. Get it for 12. Try to get it for less, obviously, to benefit your future self. Can't get for 12, just ignore it. Just ignore it. There's some other things in here, but, you know, like, look, 62 tiger hides. 64 stacks, though, so this is a super farm thing. Might be able to get, like, 100, 200, something like that, but I haven't messed around too much with this. Seems pretty in demand and also high stock, so well-examined items are typically more efficient in the market at being priced correctly. All right, that's materials. That's where you're going to get a lot of your money. Now, we're moving into weapons and armors, and then after that, we'll do medicines, and I think that's all for now. I did show you that there was some fish, but this is something I'm just dabbling in. So the BB key urchin, and if you go down, you can also get these clams and these clams. So I believe we do want to try this for 60k. So you can see I've only just started. So let's try it for 60k here. It'll be our last 60k, and then we need to go to the vendor. We'll try the full 60 instead of one off. So that's nice. We'll get about 1,000 for that. So percentage-wise, low, but lump sum-wise, having access to 60k gets you 1,000 in the same amount of clicks as buying, you know, a 10 gil insect wing. So, which would you rather buy? So as you can see, boom. Okay, big monies. Manta skins go for 1,000, so about 200 per. The buggered skin gives us twice what we spent. Silver leaf gives us about 400. And you'll just let you view the prices as they go up. All right. So were we at 40, 49 or 44 before? Now we're at 50 something. 154. Let's go. So we've gotten like 20 something K. All right, let's go to weapons. And in weapons, oops, we're going to look for some things. These guys are pretty good, so check them out. As you can see, I get them occasionally. Got 2 about 10 days ago, and then 2 the other day. We'll try 5k for them, and 6k, but well, 5.9 and 6. Didn't get it, too bad. Rune for most weapons is gonna sell for 10k plus, so I'm gonna attempt a rune purchase. I don't think I've ever been successful with these. We'll try. Unable to obtain it, so we'll skip through that. I haven't memorized all the good hand-to-hand ones to get, but I'm sure there's more than I know about. Actually, there was, I think, one down here. These, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so let's try to get him for less than 1,000. And you will notice that, okay, we weren't able to get it. But like, this is rare, so if you get one, before you can buy another one, you do have to go to the vendor and sell it. So what you want to do with the weapons is, and armor, is fill your inventory with like, as many unique rares as you can, so that you can sort of do runs of selling to the vendor the rares, so that you can get more of the rares, instead of doing the rares one by one and then having to do them all one by one. You can batch each unique rare together as one run and vendor opportunity. All right, moving down to the daggers. In daggers, you can buy this guy for 5K. I think it sells for a little bit more than that. Try to get under 5K, of course, you can. What else in here? There's also... did I miss it? I think it's... It might be... I think I went past it. Oh no, it's further down. Here we go. Anubis knife. Look at this. Look at this. Almost every day I can get one for 500 and sells for 1,000. Double your gil. Okay. Then the other one is going to be triple dagger. And if you can get it for, 6K, 6.5, a little bit less than 7, you can sell it for 7K. So that's a good one. I don't think there's many more other ones. There's sleep dagger for 1,000 and you sell it for 15. As you can see, I got a few of those. But yeah, and once you like learn I don't know, silence dagger you can't. Once you kind of know which ones to look for, like this one. But somebody bought it for 10K, so yeah, if you can get it for 5, you're good to go. But it doesn't look like we're gonna be getting that one. Rune blade. This is another rune, so sells for about 12 to the vendor. So we'll try 10. We'll try 11. And you could go a little bit closer, but usually if it doesn't sell for 10 or 11, it's not gonna sell. What else in here? Dual rapier. Where is dual rapier? Dun, dun, dun. Music. Oh my god, it's amazing. I think it's like level 40 something. I'm just trying to scan quickly. Grudge sword. This one's pretty good, but it's rare. So you're going to have to make a few trips. But as you can see, if you get it for 1,000, you're going to get 400. So let's try to get a little bit extra. So see, instead of 400, now we're going to get 500. Like, that's amazing. So I could run to the vendor. There's 9 of these. So I will deplete the supply here. As much as I can. Usually the rare EX, like I said, you want to batch sell them. But if there's like 9... you're going to be making at least 5 extra trips anyway. So might as well just go back and forth. We can even flee and try to do it fast. Where was it? There we go. Grudge actually lines up with the page down, so a little bit easier to quickly go to. Yeah, so we'll do a few more grudges. Before I started recording, I did buy some of the great axes, which are going to be your big money makers here. So if you made it this far in the video, there you go. Hot tip. Great axes sell for dollar bills. Back down to grudge. Unable to buy for 1,000. We can do 1,100. I'm not above doing 1,100. After grudge, oh, I do want to mention the Duradol. So this one you can do as well. As you can see, I don't get it as often, but 3K. I'll take it. But yeah, that would only be like 100, so not like the most important thing to check. But then the other one I want to mention is... I already talked about Grudge. I think it's like right up here. Yeah, dual rapier. So dual rapier, you can get... Look how many of these I get. I get like every 2 days, I get 1 or 2. And they sell for up to 7,000. So if you get for 5, you're getting 2,006. You're getting 1,000. You know how it goes. It's crazy. So great swords. I don't think I've ever bought a great sword. That's been worth it. Axes. There are a few. The most notable one is dark steel, but yeah, I might have overbought these. There was like 20. I bought all of them, and then the price went up 5K. So if you can get it for less than 10K, do that. Otherwise, sorry about that. But besides axes, I don't think there's that much in axes. It's really the great axes that you're going to be looking for. So Colossal Axe is hugely amazing. Look how many of these. I got them for 10K. They sell for, you know, 11 and a half, something like that. Close to 12. Another one you're going to want is this one, Gwain's Axe. Look at these bad boys. Get them for 6. And I think that sell range is incorrect. It's actually sells closer to like 7,000 something, but you still get like 500 to 1,000 depending. Yeah, I spent 10K. That was a mistake because I forgot about my data and stuff. So I fucked around and found out. So don't do that. If you lose 3K, whatever, just keep buying things. It's the price of doing business, you know? So yeah, there's that. Then there's a few more. I think it's Huge Moth Axe. Yeah, James. See, James knows about it. Look at this guy. Buys them for 8K. I know about it too, so we can attempt it. We'll attempt it for 7. Attempt it for 8. Unable to obtain. And I think maybe Heavy Axe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if you can get these for 5K or less, you can make a little bit. Not a lot, but hey, every bit counts. I think that's it for Great Axe. Size, there's mainly one, but this one I'm working on getting the price down. As you can see, a long time ago, I was able to get a few for 6, sell them for 7, and get instant 1K profit. But someone got wise and started listing them at 10K. So there's 9 stock. I think I've bid every single time I've seen this. We'll go for 6. I think I've even bid 7, just kind of test the waters there, but no luck. The other one's going to be Mutilator. This is another one like Grudge, where you're going to have to go back and forth. So try to get it for 1,000. Lowball the shit out of it. If you can't, you know, go for 17. Go for 19. And then lastly, 2. We get it for 2, but we're only making like 100. So not really worth your time. But just pick them up when you can. What's Frost Reaper going for? Okay, yeah, Reaper. We're not doing that. Polearms. It's in a similar vein as sort of all the other two-handed things. But what's the one in here? I think it's a level 40 something. Yeah, Wind Spear. Wind Spear, try to get it for like 12 or less. Obviously less is better, but you might be wasting your time bidding less than 12. No can do. That's the only polearm you're going to be looking for. Great Katana. There's a few in here. They have memorable names too, so should be not too hard to remember. This is the Raihiri. I think we can get him for 5K, but try to get him for 4, obviously. I'll bid 4 and then I'll bid 5. 5, you're only making like 100, 200. 4, you're making 1,000. So for the sake of time, we'll bid 4, and then if you want, you could bid 4.5. But usually, if you don't get it for 4, you're probably going to get it for 5. And if you don't get it for 5, don't worry about it. So we ain't getting it. I think there's some other ones in here, but It's very rare that you find something worth getting. Clubs? Clubs, you can do stuff with clubs. Oh, wait. I think katana. Yeah, this one. We get this one. You see, I've only done it one time, so it's like it's rare, but let's try for 5K. $6? Do we even want to bid 6? Not really. 5 is like the standard, you know. This seller has to learn that if he wants to sell it to us, we have to make money. No, it's like, no, they're selling a thing, and if people want it, they should pay for it. That's the market. So there's some less profitable things we can discuss in Scepter. Mostly you're going to be getting higher amounts. Wait, Warp Cudgel? I can buy this now? Oh, dude. I kind of want it. How much is it? I only hit 37 like the other day, so I must have forgot. Yeah, let's buy it. Buy for 11. Let's buy for 12. Buy for 12. Nice. We saved a gil. That's awesome. Okay, now I don't need to buy instant warp scrolls. I can actually save my conquest points. All right, so we're going to go down to brass rod. So these are going to be a, you know, you're going to want to buy a lot for it to be worth it. So, and anything you can undercut is going to give you extra. But if you can't get it for 100, just give up immediately and then go to staves. This, I almost don't even want to tell you the ones in here because they're so good. But if you made it this far in the video, I'm going to tell you about staves because you can make 10K like instantly. All right. In staves, you look for this one. If you can get this one, you buy it because this 3K, 2K, 5K, you're going to sell it for 7.5. That's 2,500 instantly. Okay. Then on the next page, as you can see, so the way you do it is you go over one, press up. You get that one. If you can get Grim, look, 10K, 10.1K, buy for 6, buy for 7. Okay. I've bought every single one for the past, like, 2 weeks. Okay. And then, Prelatic Pole. Prelatic Pole, you ain't going to get as much, but you can get 1,000. Rune? I don't think I've been able to, yeah. Looks like Makoto was able to get some rune profits, but they pumped the price on it. We can attempt to get less. Wow. Well, I'm glad we attempted. Let's try even less. No way. All right, I've never sold one of these, so let me just make sure I'm not like losing all my money. That's great. I kind of like gave up bidding on that one. You're going to see the power of staves in a second. I'm predicting this. So let's get here. And let's pray to the gods. Yes. Oh my God. What did I say? 10K instantly. So this is 6. Okay, we'll sell the mutilator. Got like 100 from that. This is why you check ingredients, other, and staves first. Okay, I saved staves to the end so that people who made it to the end, they get rewarded, okay? You think I wasn't thinking about this? I was thinking about it. Holy macaronis. All right. Rune staff, bid. Just fucking, how low can we go? Can you go down low? All the way to the price flow? How low can you go? Can you bring it to the top? To the 7K and stop? So now, look at that. Look at that perfect bell curve. So maybe we just chill. Because I don't want to bid it up to 10K. Because look, these guys, they sell like one a week. And they sell to people who are just vendoring them. So let's leave it at that. The person will get angry and then either realize they can vendor it or not. So that's great. Okay. Stabs became even better during this video. Somnus Signa, Grim, Prelatic, Rune. And then you're going to go down to the last one, which is going to be... it's actually second to last one. Dusky. So this is 1K, 900. Even James, dude. James looked into it, but he's not been able to snipe them like I have. I mean, look, it's like one a week. Maybe two. And it sells for 2K. So you get turn 1,000 into 2,000. Pretty good deal. I don't think... Oh yeah, there's also Misery, which... I mean, the name explains it, but... You can buy for... less than 4. Sell for 4 or 5. You know, make 100 there. So, if you got to do that, you're miserable. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. So, those are the good ones. Yeah, so this one sells for 7. Like I said, you can get them for 5 or 6. Graham sells for 10. You can get them for 7. And we just saw Rune, you can get for 6, sell for 10. Prelatic, you can sell for 10, buy for like 8, 9. Make about 1,000 there. And then Dusky, you're going to double your money. So doubling your money is about as good as it gets. For ranged... I think there was one thing. Yeah, this... You could usually get like 100 gold off that. And then I think that's like it. Instruments, it's just this one. Sells for 6K. See, so you can get like 6.2, 6.3. So you can get like 300, 400, 500 from it. But it seems to be low supply. But if you're starting out, you know, it's good to have options to test the waters with your gil. And every time you get 300 gil, you know, you're happy, right? Ammo misc, you can do bomb arms, but don't make the mistake that I made that I'll show you. You only want to bid on the stack. So the stack is 1,000. Try 900. Never works. Get them for 1,000. Don't bid 1,000 on an individual one. It doesn't even show it here, but I've done it. Let's see if we can get one. Nah, get one for 100. That works too. Okay. So that is weapons. Armor. I know it's getting a long video, so I can totally understand. Armor, you're not going to make as much as weapons, but you can. You can, but the supply, just like weapons, is kind of all over the place. Shields, your like insect wing for shields is going to be shell shield. So people will sell this for 100 or less. And you can sometimes get it for less than 100. If you can, you're going to make, you know, 10, 20 gil. So if you're starting out, this is a good starter one. So for those starting out, thanks for waiting till the end. But besides that, nearly no shields are going to be worth it. Another one starting out is the headpiece, the bow and hairpin. So same deal. See, James knows. Buy for 100. If James knows, you know, we know, right? I could basically just look at all the items See which one James buys and just buy it for the same price. You know, just buy the same stock as Warren Buffett or whatever. I don't know. It's the same concept. So now we're going to look for Dodge Headband and Soil Hachimaki, which is, I think they're like in the 20s. Hachimaki? No, we want this. We want the soiled one. Soiled it. Ah, okay. So Dodge Headband. Try to get for less than 2,000. See, James fucking knows, dude. He bought them all. He probably bought all the good cheap ones. My phone alarm went off. I had to close that. Try for 8. It's worth to go to 19, and then you can vendor it for 100 more gil. So not the best, right? Some of them are going to be better than others. Soil Hachimaki. It's going to be pretty juicy sometimes, but it depends on who's farming it. So we'll get like 200 extra for that. Some other notable ones will be a few of the other lower level kinds. But if you just want like high throughput per click, Elegant Ribbon can sometimes be a good moneymaker. James gets it. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And if we can't do that, we'll do a 29. And then if we can't, we'll do a 3. If we don't get through 3, we give up immediately and go next. So I think after that, the next headpiece up there, I feel like there's one up here that I'm forgetting. That's okay. Neck, you're going to have a few different opportunities here. The below math stole. As you can see, you can get quite some variability of the prices here. But since there's only one stock, you know, it sells for 2,000. So anything less than 2,000 is going to be a victory. But we didn't really get it. So this is another really good one. As you can see, you know, it's really dependent on whoever's selling it, how they feel it should be priced. None for sale now, but sells for 18. So another one you can do, I think, is this one. Yeah, James knows it. I know it. We all know it. So another one sells for 20, 25, 26, 100. You can get for like 2K. Now your sort of constant moneymaker, if people are farming them, is this. So right now they're over what they sell for, which is 800, but you can usually get, when there's, you know, 6 or 7 in stock, you can get them for 6 or, you know, 8. Even 8, you still get 80, so that's 10% returns. Pretty good. Better than my portfolio. So Beast Whistle is another one, which is right next to your other moneymaker. So, wait, where'd the necklace go? Flower Necklace, Beast Whistle, they're all like on the same page. This one, don't buy it for anything more than 400 because they sell for 800, but you don't want to like creep the price up, you know? Because getting 100% return on your money is just too juicy. But, you know, do what you will with that information. Making the market more efficient is better for everybody. So now we're going to go body. I'll try to briefly go over body. There's not too many things here you can do. So sometimes these ninja ones and monk ones, like Power Gi, they sell for like vendor for like 100, or sorry, like 300 to like 1,000. And sometimes people just dump them to get rid of them. Like this sells for like 3,000. But yeah, there's not too many here. But the one that I wanted to talk about. I think it's like level 50. Where is it? I'll start at the top. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. It's like at a something. Memory's failing me. I have to check my notes. I think I'm actually thinking about some legs. If I remember it, I'll come back to it. But before that, let's go to the hands. And hands is another one, like a lot of the armor ones, where the money's going to be in the cheaper category. And one of those is just called gloves. So, yeah, looks like it's not going to be something we can get today. Oh, we got it. Okay. So if you get for 200, you can sell it for nearly 300. So another one is brass mittens. There's none for sale. But yeah, in terms of gloves, the one that you really want is going to be trainer's gloves. Get them for 2K, sell them for 3. Look at that. Instant 1,000. Looks like there was one yesterday, but I missed it. Waste, you're going to get a lot of opportunity in waste. It's another one that's nice because when you tab down, you're going to land on Mantra Belt, and that's kind of like where the money starts. So get them for 1,000 if you can. We can. Sells for 1,500, so 50% profit. Then you're going to go down to the level 30 belts and just one by one. If you don't want to think, just bid 1,000 on each of them. Otherwise, you'll start to notice which ones you can get for 1,000 and which ones you can't. And then once you get past those, looks like we didn't get any. Too bad. But they all sell for 1,000 to like 1,500 each. Pretty nice. All right, moving on to legs. We're going to go to some of my favorite, which are the iron QCs. These sell for 4K. Try to get them for 3. Someone bought them for 4 and then 5. And then I got greedy and got them for 3.7. So this is what happens. The price can get stuck here. These will be, I think it's a crafted thing. So you're going to get like an influx of these. So just be aware of that. And then we also want Rohos. Okay, these two, they're right next to each other. So Akito Koshida. Somebody fucked it up. Not naming names, but this guy fucked it up. And now we can't get him for 6K anymore, but we're gonna try. If we get it for 6, we can sell for 7. I'll try to like reprice it down, but yeah. These, you're not going to get as many of the QECs as these guys. Then Warhose, these are more rare, but if you can get them for 5K, see, we broke the 10K barrier here. Nice work, boys. If you can get them for 5K, this is nice. Just like a nice juicy 2K, but we cannot because they don't exist. There's our guys. And then hose. These can be good. No, silver hose. Silver hose are good. You gotta know which hose which. Get them for 3. As you can see, it's been a minute since I've been able to get them for 3, but we'll attempt it. Unable. We'll try a 3.1. Negative. So that's too bad for that, but yeah. These can also be good. Usually the Stabakis in most categories, as you can see, you can sometimes get for at 2,000 or less, and then sell for 2,400. That's mostly it. Yeah, any of the Stabakis, just check them out. You know. Oops, I almost sorted the list there. It looks like, you know, I wasn't able to get any of these recently, but yeah. Are these? No. Okay. And then feet. Feet, we got some options here. I believe there's a level 1. Vampire boots, yeah. So that's another one you can tap down to. Try to get him for 3, sell him for 4. Always something you want to be looking to do. Oops, I meant to... oh my god. Everything's crazy. Can't get it for 3. Can we get it for 3.1? Alright, you don't want to go crazy with it, you know, like this guy. And these guys pump the price, but then we've been doing good here. So, you know, don't take the small profit today if you can bear it. If you're, you know, broke, then, you know, I don't blame you. Just get that money, try to get your money up, get a nice little pile of money, and then, you know, then you can conform to the rules, the unspoken rules. Just kidding. There's none of those. What else? We want sandals. Where are the sandals at? I forget. I think they're level 20. Oh my god, I want these. I can't afford them. They're 5 million. So you can see sandals pretty good for 5, sell them for 6, 7. So you get 200, 6, 7. I probably said that like a million times this video and didn't realize until now. Then we're gonna look for studded. Studded are a classy pair. Strong studded. Price history here, as you can see, even BB Key buys them. So, and they own a beach, you know. So like, you know, these are good. So we'll go for 9. If we can't get it for 9, we'll go for 1. Can't get it for 1. We'll just do a little 10% up. That's fine. What was the price history again here? Yeah, so we don't want to push it too high. Set a bad precedent for that. Can't think of really off the top of my head any other ones between the vampires and those. Back, I don't think I've ever gotten any back abilities, any back profits, any back shots. Wait, what? He's beginning to break down. All right, we're gonna look for the Twin Stone. No stock, but this is another one you could double your money if you get it for 100. Then you could triple your money. 200, you get 50%. So somewhere between there. And then Ametrine. Alacrity, Ametrine. Very low sales, but if you can get it, I think it sells for 1,000. But I don't know. This person made 1. Seems like a very low volume item, but hey, just gotta let you know. There is in here mana ring. These you don't see very often, but as you can see, sells for 3K. So if we can get it for 2, that would be swell. It's a rare one, so you'll have to make a few trips. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. So, yeah, I guess we might as well run this over. You'll get about 300 to 400 per sale. And I think there's 1 or 2 other rings, and we're pretty close to the end. Now, everything I did in... nice, 500, 600 almost. Since we're here, Might as well sell it all. Check how many profits we have. Keep that warp cudgel. It's 50, 54. What were we at? 39 or something? 49, 44, 50. Oh, I forgot we bought the warp cudgel. I was like, are we at the exact same? So yeah, we're at this. We're at 166 because the warp cudgel was 12k. I was like, wait, a gosh darn minute. Mana. Need my manas. Alright, we're running over. This is the exciting part. Boing. Meow. Alright, we won't push it too much. And then there's probably something he could do with copper rings. I don't know. There's not many ring opportunities. I think they're mostly in the higher level rackets. See if I can sort of scan these and get my bearings. I think it was like a level 51. Or maybe there's no such thing. Maybe I'm just making everything up. It's this one. It sells for 11, but generally it sells for 10. But as you can see, I missed an opportunity a few days ago to get one. So they're rarely sold, but hey, if you can get, 2,000 gold full free, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, lastly, I'll touch on medicines. And this one's like a newer category for me, so I don't have a lot of sort of intel, but I'll do the best I can. And yeah, so antidote. You can buy these from the vendor for 300, and 300 times 12 is like, what, 36? So you can get 800 profit. But at the bottom, you're going to go to Venom Potion. Price history, check it. Sells for 6k to the vendor. As you can see, I got them for 6k here. So we'll try. Get a few for 6k. Hopefully less. Awesome. Looks like we can get small percentage off. We know there's 3 stacks. Hopefully this one also. Okay. And that's the only one I know in medicines. Furniture, it's almost not worth mentioning, but it's the cactus arm. Is that even in here? What? Wait, is that a woodworking thing? Yeah. Cactus arm. Even James buys them, right? For 100. I just think it's a funny name for an item, so I try to buy them when I can. We'll check the log since we're here. Yeah, I think that was the one that was overpriced. So that's it for this video. Those are the singleton, what you can buy that I've collected so far. I'm sure there's many more, and you might be thinking, oh, he doesn't know about this one. Good for me. So yeah, hope you guys, are able to make your gill, get your battle gloves and whatever you need. Get your lizard boots. I was able to, with this method, get the hairpin, get the boots, all this armor and stuff you've seen right here. Get my traveler's mantle. And I think I have fewer than 300 hours. So it's not too hard to make money. It does take, what does that take? Hour, 30 minutes. But if I was doing it without sort of explaining things, you could probably get it all, your shopping done in less than an hour. So, don't try to take a bite into the market all at once. If you're starting out, just go to other misc. Go over to Infinity Core. There's none. Cry your eyes out. Go to Beast Made. Go down to here. Get your paycheck, right? You're almost always going to get these. We already checked them, so we know you can't today, but no worries. Whenever you're in town, check ingredients. Go down several pages. Get your land crab meat if you can. 200 every time, all day. You're going to get these for 200. Like, so, in an hour, there's already one restock. Get your reishi mushroom if it's possible. If you can't, no worries. You can go back. Get your critons for 4K a stack. Get your screaming fungus, which I believe we touched on. If you can. See, we got him for 2K. Amazing. Can we get him for 2K again? We can't, because it's only been like 45 minutes. So just find ones you like, do a search, jump around. The more you do it, the more you're going to remember which ones are the high selling items, which stocks get replenished faster. And your money's just going to go up. And then you're going to buy some gear, and then you're going to be like, fuck, I don't have any money. So don't be afraid to sell your gear and use that money to fund your ability to make more money. And if you want to go the singleton to stack route, that's more advanced. This is completely no other players involved. And our final count is, plus the warp cudgel, we're at 168,000 gil. So we made, I want to say like 40, maybe somewhere around 40 or 50,000 gil in an hour and 20 minutes. And you can do this at any level. So get out there, make your gil, and get your gear, and hopefully I'll see you online, and you'll recognize me just like I recognize whoever James is. I don't know, James, if you watch this video, shout out. You're a knowledgeable guy. Hopefully you learned something too. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.